तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भुरिदा जनाः। Let us resume our discussion on Sri Ramakrishna's spiritual discourses with his intimate devotees at Dakshineshwar temple premises on a very special occasion which took place on Sunday, the 22nd of February 1885. This appears in the 5th volume of the original Bengali presentation, Sri Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita, Volume 5, Chapter 16, Section 1, 5:16:1. Under second volume, in the chapter 106 of the Hindi translation, Sri Ramakrishna Vachanamrit 206:1, and under chapter 36 of the chronologically presented English rendering, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. The special occasion being the birthday celebration of Sri Ramakrishna himself. And on this day it was not the birthday. The birthday was on Monday preceding this Sunday. Now, this being a Sunday, so Sri Ramakrishna, for the facilitation of his devotees, is to celebrate his Sunday, the birthday celebration on the following Sunday. And that tradition is still being maintained at Balloon Mott. The Sunday following the birthday celebration is specially earmarked for the benefit of the devotees. Now, this is a very, very special feature in Sri Ramakrishna's wonderful life. On many counts, we find that Sri Ramakrishna was unique in his interaction. Now, he was, the people who saw him and people who even now discuss about him accept him as various dimensions. Some say he was a great saint, some say he was an incarnation of God, some say he was a very noble soul, simple, childlike. Some say he was the greatest avatara. But whatever is said and done, we find that he has no parallel. He is unique. One of the reasons is this: he himself is celebrating his birthday twice, on the real birthday and followed by the Sunday following the birthday for the benefit of the devotees. So he is principally more concerned about devotees, especially the householder devotees who are engaged in various activities of the world. So he knows that they will not be able to come and attend his birthday on a weekday. So it is not for the benefit of the monks. The monks have all Sundays, but the householders, they have to be busy in various activities throughout the weekdays. They will not be able to participate. So Sri Ramakrishna is making an extra concession for them. This the householder devotees must remember, that Sri Ramakrishna is specially concerned for the householder devotees. He came all the way to enable the householder devotees to realize God in this very life. That was one of the main purpose for his advent, and that was why he remained in the householder's life till the last day of his life. Though he was a Paramahansa sannyasi, but still he remained in the world as a householder along with his wife, Srimati Sharda Devi, till the last day of his life, demonstrating that the householder's life is no impediment to live with God. One can live with God even while staying as a householder in this world. That was the greatest demonstration which is unparalleled in the history of the humankind. So, M, the recorder of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, has very nicely presented this episode. Because it being Sunday, he was also busy in a school, but he had the opportunity to come to Dakshineshwar along with others, participate in the birthday celebration and record the details and present it in the subsequent edition of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Now, here we find that his birthday celebration would be celebrated in a spiritual fashion. Normally, we celebrate the birthday among festivity and lot of this ceremonials. There will be lot of food arrangement and presentation of gifts. Nothing of this sort here. He has demonstrated how the birthdays will be celebrated. Everything was spiritual. It's a great lesson for us. We also celebrate birthday of our kids and try to make a great noise, calling everyone, and it has to be some birthday gift, cutting up birthday cake, and lot of the food items, etc. will be distributed. Nothing of this sort here. Only there will be talk about God, devotion and music, then there is dancing and spiritual discourses and samadhi. These are the items of birthday celebration, and this gives us a great lesson. Whatever we do, it should be spiritually oriented, be it a birthday or anything else. Secondly, we find that Sri Ramakrishna is keenly inquiring about the whereabouts of different devotees and ensuring whether they have been invited for this occasion. He didn't want to leave out the devotees. Whatever may be their background, the deficiency, that is not considered. This is a very important point to be noted. The devotees must realize that God is interested in the devotees irrespective of their background. It is our own psychological deficiency that we discriminate ourselves. We evaluate ourselves by our own standard, whether we are acceptable to God. We have a lot of reservations. Even we have reservation to visit a temple, we think twice, would it be proper? Do we have such mental preparation to visit a holy place? But God is not having any reservation. God is interested in us as a mother is interested to her children, to her babies. Mother does not discriminate regarding the baby's qualification or its purity or its dress or its health. Child to a mother is her very own. She is interested in the child for its welfare, and it is her pleasure to just see the child. Very peculiar. The mothers have the natural pleasure just to see the child, to be in its company. So we must realize that God becomes happy if we are in His company. This we must not forget. He doesn't want that how many japa we have done. We calculate that today we could not do the ritual, so maybe we will not be appreciated by God. Nothing doing. He does not evaluate ourselves by our qualifications. He evaluates ourselves by our natural relation with Him. We are His own children. We are near and dear to Him, irrespective of what we are doing, wherever we are, and what is our position. He doesn't expect anything from us. So that's why you find that He is lovingly inquiring whether this person has been informed why he didn't come. This person, you should have done it. And the Master Mashai here gives a long list of people who already came there. Now his birthday we know is Falgun Ditya. This Shukla Ditya. His birthday is Shukla Ditya in the month of Falgun, which came on the Monday, the preceding Monday, on 22nd February. And today being the last Monday, this that 16th February was his birthday. Now here, Narendra, Rakhal, Baburam, Bhavanath, then Surendra, Girindra, Binod, Hajra, Ram, host of other devotees were with him, including Girish Ghosh, Mahendra, Vaidya, etc. And there was an arrangement of this devotional song, Kirtan. That was his very favorite. As I already said, that this birthday is being celebrated in a spiritual fervor. In order to maintain that environment, a spiritual fervor, that Sankirtan party was arranged. They were singing songs just outside Sri Ramakrishna's bedroom in the veranda. From right at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the morning, Kirtan was being done. And on hearing this Kirtan, devotional song, Sri Ramakrishna used to ascend into Samadhi, deep meditation, deep transcendental experience on hearing this tune of the music. Now the topic of the Kirtan was that Sri Krishna's divine Leela in Vrindavan. That was the topic, based on devotion. It has been nicely mentioned by M here that the cowherd boys were very eager because Sri Krishna has so far not arrived and joined with them. While grazing their cows, the boys used to come together, but today he is late. Krishna is late. So on the one hand, his playmates are feeling so much of distressed without seeing Sri Krishna. This is the main point. Whereas the Gopikas, his lovers, are also very much upset because Sri Krishna has not yet arrived. They are deprived of their vision. So this is the setting that they have not yet arrived and they are disturbed. And what is the topic? That Sri Krishna is not yet arrived. So there is a lot of conjecture. They are projecting some possibilities. Some said that Mother Jashoda prevented Sri Krishna to come. That's why he is getting delayed. So now Sri Krishna's elder brother Balaram, इसको बलाई कहा जाता है, he with a determined voice says that he would bring Krishna with his sound of horn. He'll blow his conch shell and bring Krishna by force. Because his love for Krishna knows no bounds. Whereas the Gopikas, they say that we have become upset because he has not yet arrived. At this point, they heard in the Kirtan, they heard the Vamsi Dhani of Sri Krishna. So making these people pacified, consoled, that yes, I am coming, I am very close to the target, I am soon coming, you need not get upset. Now at this time, as I said, among the congregation there was Narendranath. Now Sri Ramakrishna used to love Narendranath beyond imagination because he alone knew what this gentleman was. He is not an ordinary person, not even an extraordinary person. He is the superhuman person. That's what Sri Ramakrishna is telling. That here, in such a huge gathering, singled out Narendranath and he went into ecstasy. So giving a hint that the spiritual experiences are not conditioned by our routine or environment. It may come any moment. If a person is thoroughly oriented towards God, then his spiritual awakening also equally immediate. This is as simple as that. So here we find that Sri Ramakrishna is entering into Samadhi Mandir as soon as the first tidal wave is settled. Now, with this setting, what M says, that on hearing this attitude of the cowherd boys, that they felt so much of a distress, pang of separation from Sri Krishna, then hearing this itself, Sri Ramakrishna went into ecstasy, samadhi. And in that stage, he touched the lap of the knee of Narendranath, who was seated close by. Now this is a very important event because normally Sri Ramakrishna would not be able to touch anybody when he was in divine consciousness. he would not be able to touch because any impure person would break that mood. But at this stage, he himself went and touched Narendranath, so demonstrating among all that Narendranath is the pure Sattva-guni, sadhak. Totally, is absolutely pure soul. So, he would touch his body and remain in that exalted stage for some more time. But instead of Narendranath, if he would have touched anyone else, that will attract some deficiency in his spiritual mood. But Narendranath felt embarrassed. Among all people, suddenly if a person comes and touches your lap, so after Sri Ramakrishna became normally settled down, Narendranath left that room, perhaps out of embarrassment. But he didn't want any exuberance of emotion. There is a difference between Sri Ramakrishna and Narendranath. Narendranath used like to keep all his emotions within, whereas there are other people, it doesn't mind for them at all. But it is necessary for Sri Ramakrishna to train his young disciple Narendranath so that through him he can do a lot of work for which he has come. Now here, that Girish Chandra Ghosh was also present. A very peculiar conversation. Girish Chandra is openly accepting Sri Ramakrishna as an incarnation of God. And he is saying this, Girish Chandra, your ways are like Krishna's. He too pretended many things to his mother Jashoda. Now, that Girish is telling that like Sri Krishna, he sort of created some the different mood in Mother Jashoda, he hid his spiritual flavor. He has come here to play sport by the devotee. Mother Jashoda and Nandalal wanted to have God as their own child. So God came to them as a divine child, Sri Krishna. At this point, if the child reveals that he is no other than God, then naturally that human love will disappear. It cannot be. So that's why God keeps them hidden. He doesn't want to express. So here Sri Ramakrishna's special feature is mentioned, that he is keeping, is completely confidential, his appearance. Now Girish Ghosh says that he could find him out. Now Girish Ghosh asks a question here, that Sri Krishna, he demonstrated his divine power by lifting the entire hill, Giri Govardhan, by one finger of his left hand, and then let it go. Nothing happened. But the same person, when he came down home, then he had a great difficulty in lifting some weighty, heavy material. So how is it possible? A person is so powerful that he is lifting the mountain by the little finger of the left hand. When the same person comes home and then he even cannot lift a footstool, and then his father that became very much worried, thinking such a small boy, he even cannot lift a footstool, so I shouldn't have engaged him for such duty. Now this is being asked by Girish Ghosh to Sri Ramakrishna, that why God did he do it? Is it not debauchery? He is capable, but before his parents he is showing that I am so helpless, please come and help me. Why this happens? That question he puts it here. The reply, what they are saying, that why God is pretending like this, because God wants to maintain a loving relation with his devotees. He doesn't want to expose his divine Vaisharja, then there will be natural division. We cannot accept God as our very own when we see that our lifestyle is completely different. There is a difficulty. So here we find that Sri Ramakrishna is giving the explanation that this sort of differential behavior Sri Krishna had to do because he was an incarnation of God. God incarnates as a human being with a purpose. And the purpose is definitely not to declare that he is God. He is coming in a human body, he is totally just to tell the entire mankind how to get back to that inherent dignity, how to resume that inherent divinity without any jeopardy in their day-to-day activities. This is a very important matter. As Sri Ramakrishna says that because he was the incarnation of God, he has to act this way. Now, this topic is being further enhanced by his devotees, which we will take up in our next Sunday class. Niranjanam nityam anantarupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai ishavatanam parameshamidhyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namama. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Now, there will be from 1st April, we will have a new schedule of Mangalarati at 4:30 instead of 5. The remaining items will be resumed, but the gospel class from next Sunday will be at 10 o'clock instead of 10:30. The Shanti schedule. Now we will close with the chanting of the Lord, and on Sundays we will have again the program, the youth program, and the evening there will be this the bhajan in chorus. You are all welcome. Let us close with the chanting of the divine. Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om Ramakrishna, Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om.